Hey everybody, Poker Dad here. So I am getting ready to play an NL25 session over at Ignition. Kind of want to actually play on Bet Online tonight, but I can't get it working. So we'll play at Ignition, which is perfectly fine with me. So first I'm just going to do my warm-up before I start playing, and then this is going to be a highlight video. So I don't know how long it'll be, we'll see. But first I am going to be asking the question of why am I playing? Well, the reason I'm playing is my goal is to get up to 15 buy-ins of NL25. So and then I'm officially at the 15, and I'm good. I'm good to go. So I'm playing to get to the 15 buy-in amount for NL25, and right now I am at 14.72. So pretty much if I have a winning session, I should be able to get there. My bankroll is 368, and I need to get to 375. Am I in A, B, or C game? I'm in A game after a day of studying float bets, and I just did a hand reading analysis of range versus range, which I didn't make a video of, and I'm glad I didn't. Boy, it was a terrible hand by me. My 5-minute question is going to continue to be what it should be at this point, especially NL25, is are there any fish at the table? And I'm going to say 35 VPIP or higher because the 40s aren't coming as often. My focus tonight is going to continue to be float bets. This is my focus for the entire week. So my focus is going to be on profitable float bets, and I'm going to play 2 to 3 hours. And there you go. So I'm ready to go and start up some Ignition. 8-8 will definitely be calling to a raise. And yeah, no problem with that. I'll definitely call the dollar. I'm okay with that. And 10-10-3 is interesting. He bet the dollar into it again. Definitely interesting considering that he bet a dollar to begin with. But I'm going to call this here. Unfortunately, this guy came along too. I think it's going to be a good spot now at this point to fold. I'll check here and see what this guy does, of course. He's in a great spot here to bet and probably get us both to fold. He checks. So now it's an interesting spot because, you know, who's got the better flush? I'm just going to call the bet here. And, you know, I mean, obviously he bet a dollar. He could have ace of hearts, but he's betting pretty light. So let's just call it. And we actually take it down with a flush as he tried to bluff us, I guess. So nice job by that one, staying in. And we take it down on the river. Queen, so definitely going to boost this one up to 75 cents. See what we get going here. And we do get one call. King 8-9. And obviously we're definitely going to c-bet this guy here. Feeling pretty good about it. Bet it pretty big versus the rec player. He does call it. And he checks again. So I'm actually going to keep it pretty big here. And he calls it. And I'm just going to check behind here now. You know, hopefully he doesn't have a king. And he doesn't. And we take it down. Here we get ace jack from the big blind on the right. So far, number 6 and number 3 are our rec players here at this table. From under the gun, ace jack. I'm inclined to really fold it here. Just because this kind of connects so well to his range. But he's a rec player though. Let's see if we could beat him post flop. Let's call it. He's a rec player. No reason to mess around here. He hasn't c-bet yet, so we could definitely just check this here. Maybe even take it out in the turn. And he bets $1 here. I'm okay with calling that bet. And now I do get the overpair here. And he could have any number of aces as well here. So actually, I'm going to bet him here. Let's see what he plans to do. And he folds it up. So there you go. The float definitely worked there. Oh, wow, look at that. So I'm kind of, I don't know if he would have bet or not. I have no idea if he would have bet or not on the turn, but definitely the right play to call that bet there. We get ace-jack from the small blind. It's queen-3 we can fold. If he bets, I will call it. Again, that weird 53-cent bet thing, definitely just going to call, even though I'll be out of position. It's just such a small bet, and now here I do have top pair. Let's see, this guy is c-betting only half at a time, so we don't really know, but he's been super aggressive, so I'm just going to check it to him and assume he'll bet. And he does, so I'll happily, of course, call him here. Pretty, yeah. And let's see on the turn so far, no reason. I'm just going to check call it. This Jack King here to a 50-cent bet. Yeah, I'll just call that. He bets it pretty big here. Interesting bet. 6, 7. I'm actually going to raise him here. Just show a little aggression. He did call it too, which is interesting. So I'm just going to check call him here. And this I'm going to fold. And what do you have? It's not going to fold. What do you have? 5s and 4s. Oh, okay. Interesting. And queen, queen. Definitely can 3-bet here in this spot just for some isolation. So 75 times 3, so $2.25. Let's see, 6 we can definitely fold. Let's see if we get a call. We'll be in position, which would be great. He does call it, and he got kings and 9s, which I think is actually really great for us. So I could definitely just give this a nice little c-bet. Not too worried. Now I know he doesn't have kings. Fairly sure he doesn't have aces. He would have 4-bet us with aces. So I think we can just keep going here. He folds it up. Definitely was an interesting spot because of the flush being out there, but Obviously I'm not going to sit there and check with the flush being out there. No, the club comes out, he has one club, and then I'm kind of screwed in that hand. So, and we knew we didn't have aces, and good chance we didn't have kings, obviously. So, unless he had ace king, so I wasn't really too worried about it. Queen 7, check. He raises it up so big, of course we'll definitely fold it. Here we get it from the cutoff, 75 cents. Ace jack off suited, definitely can call it in that spot. This guy here is c-betting 3 out of 4 times, so we'll just check it and let him bet, and then we'll just call it. He checks it, which is quite interesting. So I think he's going to do the same thing here. We'll just check, and we could definitely call any bet. I could even raise him, and I think that's what I'm going to do. Is actually I'm going to raise him up $3 just for a bluff here. He raises me. Interesting. We'll fold it up, I guess. I don't want to back down. I'm going to give up on this hand, unfortunately. Didn't quite turn out the way I hoped. Didn't expect to get 4-bet by him. I mean, I expect to get raised by him. We have to fold this one up. Kind of sucks how that one went down. Oh well, that failed. Just gonna fold it. Here we got a gut shot. Definitely bump that up. And the ace 10, we can definitely bump that up. And we get a call. We get top pair. So this will be an easy c-bet spot. Okay. Pretty dry board. I don't have any problem with just a half pot c-bet. He raises it, which is quite interesting. I'll give it a few seconds. I'm definitely going to be calling it, of course. 2, 2, 8, 4, 7. This is what am I really afraid of here? Besides, he has a set. It's quite possible, of course. This spot here, definitely going to throw out a c-bet in this whole call. Jack. Very interesting. He decides to check it. So I'm just going to check back here. See what he does. I'm just going to call it. He actually called that bet, so let's see. I'll check. This will definitely call. Ace queen from the big button, big blind, the big button, the big blind. Definitely gonna 3-bet that, so 0.75 times 3. Oh, I'm gonna have to make it big, so 225 is good. Just enough to gain initiative in the hand. That's all I wanted, just to have initiative. That's my whole purpose. Out of position, get a nice, perfect flop for it. And let's see. So let's just. This guy looks to be a little fishy. Make it 330. This here, definitely fold. He shoves me, which is really interesting. I feel like he would have 4-bet me aces, so Just call it. Hope for the best. Ace 4. Well, that's a shame. Pretty lucky on his part. But it is what it is. And get kings. So we'll just bump this up to 75. We go 3 ways. Definitely going to throw out a bet there. No ace, which is wonderful. Make it a pretty good size bet. Definitely going to fold that. Do get a call. Get a 3 now, so not worried yet. Interesting spot for him to bet me here with. So, I could definitely raise him here. He could have a 2, but he could also definitely have a jack as well. So let's just call it. And you get a 4. If he has an ace 5, he has a straight. Curious to see what he does here. So I don't see any reason not to bet here. Could he have ace 5? Sure. Could be worried about me having ace 5? Sure. Is he going to call me with worse than a pair of kings? Jacks, maybe. I'm going to check it. It's king queen, so I don't think he would have. He definitely wouldn't have called me. So that's why I didn't bet there, because he definitely wasn't going to call me with worse than a pair of kings. This here definitely 5s here. All right, this is a great board to see bet on. He calls it. This makes it kind of a tough spot. I mean, you could definitely have an ace at this point. Just raise it up. I might just give up on his hand here. God, I hate to give up on it. Let's see what happens. This bet is so weak. Three-way pot out of position. I'm gonna try actually to raise him here. I know this is crazy. Calls it, not what I wanted to see. Fold this here. Such a tiny bet. I can't fold it. Wow. Man. That was gross. That was not good. What a tiny bet. The tiny bet kept me in, of course.